everybody, welcome back to the House Man Faces podcast for your prediction of the Wolves game. So we're on the back of a 1-0 defeat against Chelsea. It was a decent first half performance. We've got the solid partnership between the two Longstaffs in centre midfield. What needs to change in regards to players rather than we need goals? We obviously need goals.
Personally, I'm gonna be alone on this, I suspect, but I would still start with the side that beat Man United and did relatively airy for the first half against Chelsea. I know it's Wolves. I know they're not a bad side, and you should probably not look at where they are on the table as a massive indication. They're still the side that finished really high up last year, but I just think it's not Chelsea. It's not Chelsea away, and if this is the side he's got confidence in, if this is the side he believes in, this is the side that he's drilled a system and a way of playing into, or simply just asked them to remember how Rafa drilled into them, then give him a shot. Like, no point making too many changes off the back of the Chelsea game, I don't think, yet.
So, Wolves, on the back of a 1-1 draw against Southampton, they're sitting 13th in the table, just 3 points above it.
Was that at home as well?
Yeah, it was at home.
The dizzying heights. They can't put, the thing with Wolves is, and I said this at the start of the season, a good side, still a really good side. And if I was a Wolves fan, I'd quite happily take 15th or 16th this year if you have a nice, good Europa League runners off the back of it. They can't put two good results together at the minute because I don't think the squad's got the depth to play in Europe.
You mentioned Europa League there. They're playing on Thursday, so it'll probably be last night by the time this goes out. So we're unsure of that result of what it is. But
I'm pleased they're playing this week, I tell you. And I'm glad it's away as well.
So it's a trip away to Bratislava. Where the hell's Bratislava? It's somewhere Eastern Europe, I'm guessing.
Lovely.
Croatia?
Don't know.
I don't know.
No idea. That's what you can do. Search where Bratislava is, Adam.
Yes.
You can't just say Nya Croatia.
Croatia. That's what you said there.
Did I?
Croatia.
Croatia. I
No,
didn't.
like Korea. No.
Croatia. I didn't call it Croatia.
He's going to shout Serbia over in a second.
It's not
Slovakia.
So yeah, they're sitting 13th in the table, 11 points, just the three above us.
It's a big opportunity for us, realistically.
It's a good chance.
They're hit and miss this season. Good side, but they're struggling with the legs. They're struggling with getting the bodies out, especially weeks after playing Europa League. A tough away game they're going to have, which they're going to want to win as well.
I'm really pleased they're playing in Europe this week.
Aye.
And I think what I agree with what he's saying is that I think you'll just stick with the same team, and I suppose why not? We haven't been mullered in any of the last two, and we've done quite well, so you probably stick with what we've got. I still worry about going forward. I still worry about the chances. But having said that, we're not playing Chelsea away. We are, as you say, we're playing Wolves at home. Maybe Saint, it's another. He's had more minutes under his belt last week. 4 weeks of training. Hopefully that's him a bit more fitter, a bit more stronger. Almiron would be the one for me where I don't know. I don't know if he'd give that to a run. I'm not sure.
I think it's getting to that stage now. I still would play Almiron definitely, but I think it's getting to the stage where the criticism of him isn't just for the sake of it anymore. Yeah. Like, you can genuinely point to it. Yeah, you can genuinely point to like a lack of return on what he's doing, especially in the goals and assists and whatnot.
I mean, if he has a shocker on Sunday, if he did, sure.
You have to take him away. You have to.
It's not fair.
Not like to get shot or something.
No.
You have to take him out of that team.
It's getting to the stage. It's getting to the stage, I think, where like it's running out of chances for him now. Not to bin him off entirely, but get to the stage where the manager, you take him on side, like, look, I can see he's a bit of a lack of confidence here. We'll take you out for a week. Don't worry, you'll get your place back. You're under no worry like that. But we're going to take you out for a week. Get your head together. Bring you on from the bench. You make an impact there. But I think. I'm not going to judge him too harshly for the Man United game because we won at the end of the day, and I think he did contribute quite well to that win. Chelsea, all right, he's had a bad game there, but I think now it's like, right, you need to show something against Wolves. Like, you really need to show something against Wolves.
No, I agree. I'm with you. I think Almiron's probably had an extended grace period from us as fans, as coach and management. Yet to get an assist.
I think he was fantastic, man. Those first couple of games he brought in, he changed the entire way we played.
I think he was great all last season. And
he was the reason why Perez and Rondon started.
He was.
So well, I would say.
The other teams didn't have a clue what to do with him because when they'd obviously they put one man on Rondon, but you'd obviously see when it was two central defenders, the other defender would always be like, "Here, don't leave us on my own too much with him." And as soon as he was doing in fullbacks and getting in behind, you could always see that spare centre back was like, well, I've got to go deal with that. And it used to terrorise teams. It's brilliant. But people are a bit wet. I think
probably
they're wise of it now, I think.
Confidence as well, though. I also think that it didn't help him in the beginning of the season when we changed formation, and we almost had him as a striker, and then number 10 then coming deep.
Then on the right.
Yeah.
I just feel all of that confused him, if anything, and then now asking him to go back to what he should be used to. Or we
Do you think he's turning into a bit of a scapegoat?
No, I don't know, because at the end of the day, you pay to create chances and score goals. He's not doing it, and that's why I'll still say the same about Joe Linton. Yes, I feel sorry for you that you're getting long balls. Yes, I feel sorry for you that it's your first season in England. Sorry, mate, you're 40 million quid and you're up front. You're number 9. You've got to get on with it. You've got to score goals. I'm sorry.
Scapegoat's not the word I'd use. No, I think we do like as a fan base to maybe have a player who we can all unite around the fact that mostly we don't think he's any good. And a lot
Jacob
of
Murphy.
Jacob Murphy. Yeah, it was Murphy for a while. I remember when
Paul
it was
Dummett for a while.
It was Dummett for
Williamson
a while.
for a while.
It was Perch. It was Simpson.
Yeah.
You go back. There's always one in every side. A lot of people thought it was Perez last year, despite the overwhelming evidence to the contrary. I think now, this early on, I think because thing is, he always looks dangerous. He's not the kind of player that can go have a quiet game, because when you play at that end of the pitch, you're either doing a lot or you're doing nothing. Like, there's very few quiet games you have. And I think when you look at the contribution, especially Saint-Maximin, where he's gonna beat 3 or 4 players, and he's new as well, so he gets a grace period. I think it's an easy one to look at. Well, where's his goal? What can you show somebody that's obvious that he's done? And
I would say my biggest complaint with Almiron is he looks really, really busy, just in front of the back four and before he gets up front. In that space there, he gets the ball, he looks dead busy, passes it sideways, and then moves away. What has he done in the final third?
He's a pure counter-attacking player for me. I think games we've played where, especially home ones, where teams sit deep, and you say he sprints, he gets to the edge of the box, and instead of 2 or 3 backpedaling defenders in an absolute panic, he's got 2 banks of 4 in front of him. He's I'll give it back to Richie, or I'll just knock it back into the middle. Thing is though, he's a young player who'd never played in this league, and you buy somebody like that, you're paying that money for what you think you can turn them into.
It's investment at those here.
I think it's just because it's us, and with £24 million. He must be 2 Shearers.
It's
he must be
not
brilliant.
that much really when
It's
you
'cause
think about it compared to other teams.
We're not used to paying that money, so we think result. Whereas realistically, a player that age with that kind of promise, you're spending that money because you think he could be an £80 million player eventually, but you've got to.
Maybe,
you got to do the work with him.
What I will say is Atsu cost for 7? And people still
9.
want more of him. So if you want more of Atsu, Jesus.
You also cost for 5 and want more of him.
Exactly. So what do you want? Do you know what I mean? Atsu came in against Tottenham, set up Joe Linton. Hell of a pass to Joe Linton for that goal. And now he's on the bench. He's kind of get a game. Now, if I was Atsu, I'd be knocking on the door going, "How mate?"
This is the same Atsu that got the ball and ran it out of play against Chelsea.
Almiron did that all first half. So there's nothing new there. I seen everyone gone mental on Twitter about it was terrible. It was at injury time. We should be getting the ball in the box. He ran out of play. Did you not watch the first half? Because Almiron done that 3 times. And he passed it out to play the 4th time I've seen. So, come on.
So if we go for a scoreline, we'll start that side of the table.
Atsu's a bit of a scapegoat, I think, actually.
Do you reckon?
I do, actually. I more think of it.
So scoreline, if you had to put a figure on it.
2 goals to 1.
2.
Does.
To Newcastle United.
Right, okay. 1-1.
I'll go 1-0 Newcastle.
Interesting. Positive, largely.
So
I hope.
at this point, we're not losing any points.
No.
We're always picking points up in regards to our prediction. We've done this in the past and we've got battered. I think we've done this against Norwich.
I just worry that I remember how up I was for the Brighton game. For some reason, I felt the Brighton game we were really going to get at them. And I don't think I've seen what
dreadful,
bad as that.
Dreadful.
Well, absolutely got rinsed for an hour. Big time rinsed as well. How on earth that was 0-0, I'll never know.
You can flip around and look at the Watford game where we were just attacking their goal and nothing was
Yeah,
coming
and you know what it is? I don't have as much of an issue with that. At least we've given it a go and we have attacked. And if we haven't scored, we haven't scored. I can live with that a little bit more, you know.
I can understand that if the keeper and the defenders are pulling off absolute blinders. I can understand that. But when we're not putting a shot on target, you can have as many shots in the world. They've got to go towards a goal.
I know it's only one instance here, but I've seen Matty pick up the ball just on the edge of the box on Saturday, and I couldn't believe he didn't shoot. I think you've just scored the week before.
Yeah.
2 weeks before, technically. And he's full of confidence, and he had it on the edge of the box, and I just hit it, go on, son. And he didn't. He just passed it sideways. And for me, I'm hoping against Wolves. I hope we do take a bit more risks, rather than just playing safe and trying to keep possession. Let's have some shots. Do you know what I mean? What you got to lose? You got to lose. So we'll see what happens. But I hope we need Saint to be on the game. If Saint is on what we know he can do, that'll hopefully drop them 10-15 yards deeper, get the fans up. Fans are massively important at home, man. And if you've got Saint on getting it players...
It was decent atmosphere against Man U as well.
It was, because
let's be honest.
Always is, though, isn't
it always is against Man U, I agree. You had Matty playing, so everyone was a bit excited about that. Every time Saint got the ball, he was electric. That helps. It always helps when you've got a player that's willing to run at players. I guess we'll just see what happens, but... I'm quite. I don't know. I know I've said 1-1, but I'm quietly. I do this every week. I always I go, I'll beat 2-0.
Oh, he gives us a scoreline, then he tells us another one.
I know, like.
So you stick with 1-1?
Yeah, no, I'll stick with 1-1, but I'm still quietly confident though.
So we're going 2-1, 1-1 draw,
and 1-0.
1-0 mate.
I think you're right about taking risks, mine, because it is still early in the season, but it's not so early that you can be affording to let opportunities pass you by. Now Wolves are not. They're not realistically who we're competing with at the minute, as tragic as that is. Like, they've got far more ambition than we do. They've got far better players than we do, realistically. But they are a side who are struggling in and around the Europa League games.
What we were when we finished 5th?
I think a bit of that.
Aye, probably not far off from that. I think, could we plummeted down the league that next year? But then again, we didn't. What did we do? We finished 5th. We finished 5th, and if we'd won, I think, was it 4 points off the Champions League we were that year?
No, 1.
Was it 1
Chelsea,
point?
Chelsea got. Was it Chelsea?
Well,
because we got beat off Everton, didn't we?
Tottenham got it, but Chelsea got it because they won the Champions League.
That was it.
Yeah, so that would have been a great kick in the arse.
And that's
fuck.
And that summer, what did we do? We went out and we bought Vernon Anita,
that was it.
Miguel Almofatano, and Biggie Romana. That was it.
Did we buy those 3? Did we?
Those were the 3 we bought that year.
Anita?
No, he was the only senior player we got.
That
was the other two.
One of themselves programmes new, I think. But I know you're right though. It's shite, man. Shite. As he's correcting what you're saying, absolutely terrible. After finishing 5th, and that's the investment. That's the. Oh my god, it's so annoying, isn't it?
But I think, but again, looking at it though, Wolves are not. They're not our competition. They've probably got far higher aspirations than us. But they're hit and miss. They can't put 2 good results together at the minute. They're going to be coming off the back of a really tough Europa League game. They'll have 3 days rest, but we'll have the whole week.
No excuses for me.
You've got to take a
risk.
No
excuses,
you've got to go for it.
Full week's rest.
I agree. Can't lose this game.
Full week's rest. Them are travelling from bloody wherever it is, Russia, wherever. We've got to be getting at these on Sunday.
Slovakia, I think
it's in our building. Let's get at
near Croatia.
Let's get Actually, we're going to win 3-1. We're going to win.
There we are.
Right, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you all next week.
Minge.